Hey guys, it's me, Vance Dykes, owner and operator of the Vance Dykes channel, which is named after me, of course. And I'm making this video because I want to talk about a topic, a mysterious YouTube mystery that is still unsolved, or at least from what I know is still unsolved. It's basically about Paranormalana, or Alana G. Now basically, she was a female YouTuber, one of the few female YouTubers who specialized in, scary stories and murder mysteries. She was basically one of the few females in the horror community on YouTube, and she posted videos where she talked about, like I said, ghost stories, creepypastas, and stories about, people who mysteriously disappeared or died under mysterious circumstances. And then eventually she stopped making videos. She actually deleted her videos, and she deleted her YouTube channel. And not only that, she deleted her social media accounts on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And people believe that the reason why is because she had a stalker who was way over the top. Basically, before she deleted her Twitter accounts, Twitter, not like she had more than one. I apologize. Sometimes I'm not really the best speaker in the world. Sometimes my words come out wrong, so please bear with me. But basically, on her Twitter account, before she deleted it, she posted some tweets where she mentioned how she received death threats from a stalker, and basically people speculate that that's the reason why that she deleted her social media and her YouTube account, was because she basically was scared off by this particular individual who stalked her, or actually that the stalker actually caught up to her and killed her. I hope to God that's not what it is. I hope and pray to God that Alana G was not killed by this person. And just lost my train of thought. But basically, another theory is that, well, some people say that maybe she just got sick and tired of she got sick and tired of making YouTube videos, so she just decided to delete everything, which, I don't really think so, because, me, if I wanted to stop recording videos, I would have more than likely done two things. I either would have posted a video letting all of my subscribers know that I wasn't going to do this anymore because I got fed up with it, I got bored with it, it doesn't, I don't enjoy it anymore, or I would probably post something on my channels in a discussion board forum or something like that, and I would say, I'm done making YouTube videos, I'm not interested anymore, I want to do other things, I'm sorry for the inconvenience, I'm sorry to let you, my subscribers, down. That's what I would do if I was going to do that, which, by the way, I'm not going to do that. I feel that I'm going to be recording videos and uploading them to YouTube until either YouTube vanishes off the face of the earth or until the day that I die. So pretty much I'm going to be recording videos for the rest of my life, because it's one of the things that I love to do in life. It's my hobby. I love recording videos. I love making the content that I make and put it on YouTube. Anything that has to do with ventriloquism or horror or scary stories or Freddy Krueger portrayals, whatever it might be, or evangelism or educating people on certain matters. I love doing those things. And so I don't know why she would delete her social media and delete her videos and delete her YouTube account if she just simply got sick of making videos. I don't get that. I was watching one of her videos, which was uploaded by, I can't remember the YouTuber's name, Sarah something, I can't remember. But fortunately, this person, and that's something that I want to do, is I want to try and get in contact with this YouTuber and find out how she was able to recover Paranormalana's videos, because maybe, I don't know where she got them. I assume it's a female. I'm not sure where she got them, but it could be a break in the case that, maybe she knows Paranormalana and Paranormalana gave her permission to upload the videos. I don't know, to re-upload the videos. It's a theory, but I don't know. I know that there are some YouTubers, like, what's the name of this channel? YouTube Archives, where they've re-uploaded certain videos of an ASMR artist named Angelica, who she posted some videos but then deleted them, but then somehow they got re-uploaded. And they did the same thing with one of Top 15's videos, and it was basically Top 15 true true scary Home Alone stories. And so basically, I think YouTube Archives is basically, I think they're connected with Google, so of course they would still have records of the videos somewhere, even if the videos were deleted. You know, I'm not sure how the system works, but basically, anyway, I was watching one of Paranormalana's videos, and, you know, one of the things that she said was that she had a fiance. So I think maybe it's possible that maybe, you know, she got married and she wound up having kids, so maybe she wanted to put YouTube aside so that she could focus on her family. That's fine, but that still doesn't explain, you know, why she deleted her social media accounts, including YouTube. That makes no sense. You know, and people say that it's all a publicity stunt, and eventually, you know, she'll come back with more scary content and a video explaining why she vanished off the face of the internet for so long. And also, there's a theory that even though the stalker didn't really catch her, but scared her enough to where she felt that it was best for her safety and the safety of her family to delete her social media accounts and her YouTube account, so that the guy or girl, who it could have been a lesbian stalker, I don't know, the stalker, whoever he or she was, you know, wouldn't bother her and her family anymore. So, and I can understand that, you know, you got to think about your safety, and you got to think about the safety of your family and your friends. You know, you don't want people to get hurt. But that's another thing, you know, she, in one of her tweets, she said that she had uncles who had careers in the field of criminal justice, 2 of them being lawyers and 1 being a police officer. So, you know, I'm sure she had a great number of protection with family members who specialize in the field of criminal justice, who know exactly what to do if, heaven forbid, she had a stalker that would break into her house and do something stupid. You know, I honestly don't know. So it's possible, and I know, what's his name again? Scare Theater? He talked about this in one of his videos. Basically, he said that it's possible. The 2 most plausible and more than likely explanations as to why Paranormalana vanished off the face of the internet is because, you know, the publicity stunt theory, and got too scared and wanted to protect herself by deleting her social media accounts and her YouTube accounts. That theory. So, I guess so. But like I said before, I've been watching at least 2 of her videos, and in one of her videos, I know that she mentioned something about how she had talked about certain mysterious murders, like, what's her name? Elisa Lam? That's one of them. She talked about at least 2 of them, and basically she was talking about how, you know, it's possible that the police in those particular cities where these murders took place, you know, they covered it up for whatever reason. And that got me to thinking, you know, if she was being stalked by somebody, maybe it was someone who had a career in law enforcement. Like, maybe there was someone in the field of law enforcement who had something to do with these cases of, you know, the Elisa Lam case, and what's the other kid? There was a teenager, Kendrick Johnson, is that his name? Basically, he was that teenager who was killed by being wrapped up in that gymnasium wrestling mat. I forgot his full name, and I forgot all the details to that story, but basically, you know, those were 2 that she was talking about. And she mentioned that, you know, that the reason why the cases went unsolved was because the police in those particular cities where these murders took place, they were covered up by the police for whatever reason. And maybe those particular police officers, they got wind of her videos and they wanted to shut her up, you know. You know, this is one of the things that Donald Trump talks about when it comes to fake news. I mean, come on. And that's something else I wanted to say something. I remember that Chills discussed in one of his videos, top 15 scariest or mysterious unsolved YouTube mysteries. Number 2 was Paranormalana. He said that, you know, if it was possible that Paranormalana's stalker caught up to her and kidnapped her and did something to her, he said that it would have been on the news. So Chills indicates that that theory could possibly be false, that her stalker or stalkers caught up to her because we would have heard something on the news. You know, we would have heard something about Alana G, you know, whatever the G stands for. Gomez, I don't know what it stands for. But basically, you know, we would have seen something on the news, and, you know, a lot of news reporters who used to serve in the field of criminal justice, like, what's her name again? Nancy Grace, Judge Janine Pirro, they would have talked about it. They would have talked about it if it made news. But it's possible that, you know, that maybe the police knew something about her potential disappearance and they didn't want to spread it. They didn't want it to get out. So basically they covered it up. No different. You know, they watched Paranormalana's videos on YouTube. They knew that she was speaking the truth and they wanted to shut her up. So that's why they stalked her and potentially caught her and wound up killing her. And that's why we haven't heard anything on the news about her disappearance or her murder, because it's all a cover-up. It's what Donald Trump calls fake news. I mean, why do you think Donald Trump's been talking about fake news ever since the 2016 presidential election? Because it's true. There are news stations that, you know, they don't want to report the truth. They want to report their own story for whatever reason, because maybe for political reasons or for business reasons, you know, maybe because they profit off of, you know, supporting Hillary Clinton or Elizabeth Warren or Bernie Sanders or Nancy Pelosi, the politicians that we don't really regard as trustworthy, you know. Now, I'm not saying that that's what happened. I'm just saying that if it's possible that her stalker did catch up to her, and that's why she's no longer making videos on YouTube anymore, and why we haven't heard anything, maybe that's it. No different than with the Elisa Lam case and the Kendrick Johnson case. I still don't know if that's his name. I gotta watch the videos again on YouTube just to make sure. But basically, you know, because Paranormalana had relatives who were working in the criminal justice field, lawyers, a police officer, I'm sure that she knows a thing or two about what police officers do on their job. And I'm pretty sure that her uncle, who's a cop, you know, he probably told her about what some corrupt cops do to make sure that, you know, they get away with whatever they do. Like if it's harassing a teenager or harassing someone else, you know, maybe because they're a sexy woman or because they're racist cops and they're, you know, harassing someone because he's black or Mexican or whatever. You know, her uncle probably told her stories like that, and so she probably knew a few details that a lot of other YouTubers didn't know about the Elisa Lam case and the Kendrick Johnson case, and she spread it all over YouTube. And those corrupt cops who wanted to cover up the Elisa Lam case and the Kendrick Johnson case, you know, they saw her videos and they were threatening to kill her or do whatever just to get her to shut up so that, you know, the truth wouldn't get out there into the world. And if they did kidnap her and kill her, and we haven't seen anything on the news within the last decade or so, within the last few years, you know, maybe that's the reason, because somehow those corrupt cops, if it was corrupt cops that kidnapped her and were stalking her, you know, they would have done everything to make sure that it wouldn't have made news. They would have done something. You know, I'm just saying, this is just a theory. So I'm not too sure. But either way, you know, I really hope, in a sense, not only do I hope that she wasn't kidnapped by her stalkers, but I also hope that it wasn't the kidnappers who persuaded her to stop making videos and, you know, delete her social media accounts and her YouTube account because, you know, are you really going to let a stalker are you really going to allow a stalker to rule your life in a certain way to where you're scared to have any social media account so that you can't interact with your friends and your family, especially those who may be like miles away on the other side of the country? You know, I don't know where she lived. I thought for a minute that maybe she lived in Texas. And I remember she said that she was Brazilian. She might live in Brazil, but she speaks fluent English, so she either was born in this country or she came to this country eventually. You know, I don't know. don't know. So, you know, I hope and believe it's possible that this is just one big publicity stunt and that she's going to come back eventually. But the only issue that I have in regards to that theory is, why is it taking so long for her to come back? If this is all just one big publicity stunt, then why hasn't she come back yet? I mean, I don't know how long it's been since she disappeared off the face of the internet, but I think, you know, if she was going to come back eventually, she would have done something by now. A message on Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, something. I don't know. I think more than likely it's possible that maybe the stalker scared her so much that she felt that for her safety, for the safety of her fiance, her friends, family, and possibly kids, she probably felt that it was best for everyone's safety that she get off the internet, just to make sure that whoever this person was that was stalking her, you know, would leave her alone. I think more than likely that's what happened. And, you know, it is very disappointing because, you know, I like this YouTuber. You know, she's very interesting to watch. She tells really great stories, and I'll be honest, she's very good looking. You know, I'm not gonna lie, she's a looker. You know, I think she's one of the few female YouTubers who's interested in horror that's actually a very beautiful person. And, you know, that's very rare because, you know, when you think about beautiful women, you don't think about them being interested in anything that has to do with horror. You know, because think about it this way. Try and imagine this guy who's a enthusiast when it comes to exotic pets, such as tarantulas and snakes. And he's looking for someone to spend the rest of his life with. And it's hard to find someone because not too many women are crazy about, you know, spiders and snakes. It's very rare to come across a woman like that. And it's the same thing with Alana G, you know. How many women do you know who are really interested in horror, you know, and the kind of person that you would feel shy about asking out, but you draw up enough courage to where you want to ask them out? And I think that's one of the reasons why people like her so much, is because, you know, she's one of the few female YouTubers who's actually interested in the horror genre. And she looks like the kind of person that you would want to ask out on a date, but you would be too shy to do so because you're just afraid she would say no. Now, I'm not trying to say anything. I'm expressing myself. But either way, you know, it's very disappointing and a little uneasy that, you know, a YouTuber who was growing, who had a lot to look forward to, probably could have made a wonderful career, probably would have eventually wound up on the Sci-Fi Channel with her own TV show, would all of a sudden just drop everything, and all of a sudden she's gone, and it's been years and we haven't heard or seen anything. So that's all I wanted to say. I took an interest in this, you know, because I love scary stuff. I was watching, you know, top 15 scariest unsolved YouTube mysteries, and this was one of them. And this was something that just caught my attention, and I just wanted to look into it. So that's all I just wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye and God bless. Be safe.